The Story of Visual Basic and VBA. From GUI simplicity to embedded power, Visual Basic, VB, revolutionized the way people built software applications, bringing graphical programming and simplified syntax to developers of all levels. Launched by Microsoft in the early 1990s, Visual Basic became the foundation for thousands of business applications, and its legacy continues today through Visual Basic for Applications, VBA, which powers macros inside Microsoft Office. The birth of Visual Basic. Making programming visual. Visual Basic was officially released in 1991. It was based on BASIC, beginner's all-purpose symbolic instruction code, a language designed in the 1960s to make programming more accessible. But VB went far beyond. It added a drag-and-drop graphical interface, allowing developers to build forms, buttons, and other interface elements visually, a revolutionary concept at the time. Key features of early Visual Basic. Visual Form Designer with WYSIWYG editing. Event-driven programming model. Built-in database connectivity, data access objects. Later do. Rapid application development, RAD, for Windows. Visual Basic's golden era, 1990s, early 2000s. Throughout the 90s, VB became one of the most widely used programming environments. Versions 3.0 through 6.0 saw massive adoption in business, finance, and IT departments, largely thanks to its ease of use, integration with Windows APIs, support for COM components, third-party controls, ActiveX. Visual Basic 6.0, released in 1998, is still remembered fondly, and is even used in some legacy systems today. Visual Basic.NET. A major shift in 2002, Microsoft released Visual Basic.NET, completely redesigning VB to fit the .NET framework. While more powerful, this move broke backward compatibility, introduced object-oriented programming features, caused confusion among developers. Some embraced the new language, others stayed with VB6, or moved to alternatives like C#. Despite the transition, Visual Basic.NET remains a first-class language in the .NET ecosystem today, used for Windows Forms apps, class libraries, and more. Visual Basic for Applications, VBA. Embedded automation in parallel with VB desktop development. Microsoft introduced VBA, Visual Basic for Applications, in 1993. VBA is a lightweight version of VB embedded inside Microsoft Office apps like Excel, Word, and Access. What makes VBA special? Users can automate repetitive tasks inside Office. Used to create custom forms, functions, and reports. Enables interaction between Office apps, for example, export Word data to Excel. Still widely used in finance, accounting, data analysis, and reporting. Even today, millions of Excel power users and businesses depend on VBA macros to manage operations and generate insights. Visual Basic in today's tech world. While modern development has largely moved to web frameworks, cloud platforms, and newer languages like Python or JavaScript, VB still has its place. Legacy applications. Many enterprise tools still run on VB6 or VB.NET. Education. A gateway language for teaching coding concepts. VBA. Still actively used and supported within Office 365 and Microsoft 365. Microsoft continues to support VB.NET in .NET 6/7/8, although new features are limited compared to C#. Conclusion. A legacy of simplicity and power. Visual Basic changed the way software was built by making development visual, intuitive, and rapid. It empowered non-programmers, sped up business application development, and lowered the barriers to entry. VBA extended this power into the world's most used productivity apps, making it one of the most impactful scripting languages of all time. From desktop GUIs to embedded macros, the Visual Basic family has left a lasting mark, and it continues to quietly power the business world behind the scenes.